Anthony Hartwig here with a South Range softball player profile. We are joined by sophomore Addison Wardle. Addie, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
So here you go. You've been in this program 2 years, and it's back to back runs into the state tournament. Talk about first before we get into your season and your softball journey. Just talk about how this feels to be able to start your high school career with back to back trips to state.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we have a really young team. So it's really cool. And hopefully we can get there next year and maybe even the year before. It's like an amazing opportunity. I am beyond excited for our run. I think we're going to go really well and really deep into each game here now. We have two left if we keep winning. And I'm just super excited.
You said it. It's a fairly young roster with just the one senior, Gretchen Bartels, who we've talked to this year before. From your perspective, what's that been like being on a team that there's plenty of experience, but there's also a lot of new faces coming up and making their kind of debut on the varsity level?
Yeah, well, I think it's really cool. And I think it's just we're gonna keep running, and I think we are really young, and we have a lot of sophomores that are starting, and I think the I think we're all pretty much have at least a little bit in the varsity. We had three swing players last year. It was me, Ashley, and Selena, and we had Anna A, and we had Kira Brogan already at the varsity level. So I think a lot of us already had like a bit of the experience.
Now
Uh,
let's
yeah.
talk about your experience last year as someone that came on when needed and you got your taste of it last year as a freshman. This year, how much did you lean on that experience that you did get last year?
I actually leaned on it a lot. Actually, I was a pinch runner a lot, and I didn't really get many innings in. But I just try to look back on that, think, okay, the seniors were a really big help, and just when I was pinch running, especially just as a base runner on the bases, they would help me with just a lot. And yeah, I lean on that experience a lot. I really try to just focus on the new varsity level and the experience and hitting now. I was a flex player at the beginning of the season. Now I'm starting to hit a little bit. So I'm just trying to remember from last year of just watching the pitcher always, just being always ready. And yeah.
What's that been like for you? You know, you start the season, you're in the lineup a little bit, then Coach DeRose moves you to a flex where he's saying, hey, we just need to focus on your great glove on second base. We can't lose you in the field. And now it comes up in the tournament. He sees you in practice, he sees your swings you're doing, and he puts you back in the lineup to hit. What's that been like for you just doing whatever the team needs? If the team needs you to just go and focus on your defense, that's what you're going to do. If the team needs you in the lineup, then man, you're just going to go out there and give it the best swings you can.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of whatever Coach Rose or the team needs me, I'm there for. I try to take myself out of it a little bit. I try to perform the best I can, no matter what circumstance I'm in. If I'm just in the field, then I'm going to try to do the best I can. I'm hoping for the ball every play, and I'm just hoping I can make that play and do whatever the team needs me to do.
Let's talk about this regional final because you spent, like you said, you spent a lot of time with the flex, and now in the tournament run you get put back into the lineup, and your welcome to the lineup was a matchup with Gabby Gradishar, who's one of the better pitchers in the state. You get a hit off of her. What's going through your mind in this game, preparing for it, being in the right mental state, and then being able to do what you did against Gradishar?
Yeah, I just try to keep my confidence up. I know a lot of my teammates just told me, "Hey, you're hitting now. It's a tournament play. We're going against Gabby. She's an amazing pitcher, amazing player." And I just thought, okay, confidence. It's anything I can to do to get my bat on this ball. I'm gonna try to. Um, yeah, so whenever I was up to bat, I just thought quick hands, right to the ball. And Mr. Brogan, Kira's dad, it was an amazing, great help. He helped me a little bit the day before, I think it was. We just kind of shortened my swing just to try to get the bat on the ball to just make good contact.
Watching the game develop the way it did and hearing your dugout and just how they never lost energy through the whole 8 innings and scoreless through seven, from your perspective, what's it like going through a game like that where both teams are trading punches, both teams are trading really good defensive plays, strikeouts, and you have to grind it out. What was your perspective of going through a game like that?
I just try to keep everybody's heads up, everybody really excited and happy. And no matter what happens, we played a great game. And I think just in the dugout, we were so loud. And I think we were ready to win. We were ready to perform. We all wanted the ball. We all were ready to make plays. And just in the dugout, we were all cheering for all of our teammates. She's an amazing pitcher. So we know it was hard to get a hit. And we just all kind of like, we're just trying to lift each other up. And I think we were all so excited. We were just like kind of like just ready.
One more question before we start talking about you in general, but when Giada Pauline's rounding third and coming home, what's that like for you just as a spectator to be able to watch it in the dugout and see it develop the way it did, and then obviously see her score to walk it off?
Yes, it was insane. Gianna's a great player, and just to see that happen. And once it got past the right fielder and went to the fence, I was going crazy. I just know how good of a player and how smart she is. And I know Donnie was going to send her. And I just was so happy. And I saw her rounding third, and I was like, she's so fast. She got it. And I was just so happy for her. She's an amazing player. She deserved it all. I was just so happy and excited for her and the team.
Everyone made a beeline to Giada. Not everyone got to her because everyone had to find whoever. Who did you find first? Who was the first person you embraced after the walk-off win?
Yeah, me and Selena have been best friends since as long as I can remember. We kind of just looked at each other and we gave each other a big hug, and we were just so excited and so happy. And it was just kind of like amazing, like to be that and she said to me after the game, she was like, Addie, we're actually going to play in the state game, because me and her were both sling players last year. We had a great time. It was an amazing experience, and we just kind of like have always been like there for each other and happy for each other. She had a great game a few games ago, and I was just so happy for her. And just kind of like when I got the opportunity to hit, she was just always behind me, always backing me up, making sure I was always confident and always had my head up. And me and her are just so tight, and it was just kind of so fun when we saw it. We gave Giada a big hug in the pile, and we looked at each other. We gave each other a big hug, and yeah, we were just over with excitement.
Let's talk about how you got to this place and your journey, and when you started softball, when you started to fall in love with the sport, and why you love it so much now.
Yeah, well, I have to give that to my coach, probably Mike Trell and Ron Delisio and Christian Weimer. They are my travel coaches, and they were my travel coaches back in 10U. They kind of developed my love for the game, and they kind of like had like a nice, easy, like kind of like play of sort of game. They didn't really push us too hard, and like we've had the same team about since we were like 10, I don't know, and we just kind of like all mesh, and those coaches just made me love the game and just have fun. I just love it now, and they just made me fall in love with it even more.
In this day and age in softball, we see a lot of players, jump travel teams, try to go to maybe a big one to get more exposure as they get into the recruiting world. Staying with the same team since 10U and being able to play with the same girls every summer, what's that done for you as a player, as your love for the game? What's that done for you?
It's kind of honestly, it has developed me. I feel like we all kind of mesh so well, and I'm the pitcher for that team, and I feel like they're always behind me, and I've gotten a lot better pitching just because they've always just been behind me, and I've been able to, maybe if I'm working on a new pitch, I've been able to throw it, and like if they get a hit off it, I know my defense is behind me. And I just think I do sub with a lot of other teams just like to get more reps. I sub like up with some of the older athletics teams, and I feel like that just helps me like get more experience for like maybe college ball or just high school ball in general. But I feel like my team is just, we're pretty good, and we've been good since 10U, and I feel like we just keep trugging along, doing well.
You have a lot of time to make the decision on what you're going to do after high school. You have 2 more years after this to even think about that. But does anything come to mind of things you're interested in, career paths you might be interested in, things you like to learn about that you think might be a path into college?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to play softball in college, but I think for like major or like whatever I would go into college for, I really like teaching and I love little kids. And special needs has always been something kind of close to my heart. So I might go into something with special needs, maybe for elementary kids or younger kids. I'm not quite sure yet, but teaching is definitely high on my list.
When you think about, things that you'd be looking for in a program, you're in the recruiting process now. People try to lock down where they're going to go by the end of their junior year into that summer before their senior year. What kind of things interest you about a program? Do you want to travel? Do you want to stay close to home? What could a college coach offer you that would make you feel like this could be home?
I think just a good coaching staff. I want to feel like they value me as a player, and I want to value my education as well. So I feel like a good program in whatever I decide to go in, if that's teaching, then a good program for teaching. I want a good softball program. I'm not looking to like, I would like to go D1, but like if I like didn't go D1, I still want like good facilities and everything. And I feel like just kind of like the girls on the team, like I hope they're if I mesh good with the team, and I would feel like that would be like a good thing to do. And just I would rather stay a little bit closer to home because I'm really close to my family. My grandparents and uncle and aunt both live on both sides of me, and I just have always been really close to my family.
Let's talk about that family. We know that Wardle family reigns strong in the community, not just your brother, who's also on the South Range baseball team, who is also still alive. But your family owns athletics, and they've been a big help to a lot of athletes in the area. So, what's this family like? Give us some inside scoops on the Wardle family and some things that people can peek behind the curtain and see what makes them so special.
Yeah, we're all very caring, in my opinion. My family is very open to everybody. They're always looking, okay, how can we help someone? My dad has always tried to help me and help all my teammates whenever needed. And my family, I feel like, is just very, they want to help everybody. They don't want, if they see someone struggling with hitting or baseball, whatever, they like want to help them. I feel like that's really helped them in starting athletics. They just like want to help everybody. And I feel like they're such caring people and just all around, like, I think I have one of the best families ever. They're so kind. Everybody loves each other. It's nothing bad.
What's it been like having Tyler along this journey with you, going through a lot of the same things on the baseball side? I see him at your games when he's able to, when he's not playing too. What's it been like having, a brother that's, in the same, ball and stick sport, going through the same stuff?
Yeah, it's really amazing. And I see like a lot that he went through. And he's actually helped me like a lot with just mental stuff. Like his sophomore year, like I don't know exactly, but I know he just kind of struggled just a little bit, or he told me that he was like ready to go up to varsity. But he just has helped me a lot. He's a really good role model, actually. We don't always get along, but like when we do, it's pretty nice.
Do you guys get pretty competitive with each other though? Like, is there some friendly brother sister competition?
Definitely. When like a lot of times hitting, it would just be like I just remember like in travel ball, like if I or just like even in like I went down to JV, I think twice this year, but one time I hit a home run and I had a really good game actually. And I just remember like thinking, how many home runs do you have again?
Do you guys ever have the baseball versus softball argument, like a my sport's harder, my sport's harder, this?
Actually not really. My opinion, I think softball is harder in general.
Mhm.
And we actually don't have that argument a lot, but I feel like it's a good argument to have sometimes. And it's just like a window into like a world of like the baseball side and the softball side. But yeah,
These last couple games for you guys have been with school being out. You're done. School's close to being done. What has that been like? Being able to just focus on softball now.
it's like a relief off the back of my shoulder. Love Mr. Hannock, but that biology, that was hard. Yeah, but I'm really glad to be done. I'm really excited for summer. I love all my friends. It's a lot more time to hang out with all my friends, and I feel like it's just so fun. Like a lot of my friends don't do softball, so it's like I have a lot of friends on the team, but like some of my friends don't do softball or I travel with, and
Mhm.
it's nice hanging out with them again.
I know your summer's going to be filled with travel softball, but what else? What are some of your other favorite summer activities that you're going to be filling your next couple months with?
Definitely swimming. And I don't have my license yet, but I am 16, so I'm working towards that. So I can't wait to drive. Vacations, just like going places. I don't know. I'm just really excited to like kind of finally get that school off my back and like more free time for myself. I really enjoy swimming. I do like softball a lot, so I'll probably just be doing that for fun too.
You brought up driving. That was the first thing you said. You can't wait to be able to drive. When's that license coming? When do you think you'll be able to get it?
Well, I have one more drive left, but from the softball, since we're going on such a big run, it's kind of hard
Mhm.
to schedule those drives because I never know when I practice or when I have a game. So I'm really hoping, since Saturday would be our last if we win on Thursday, then maybe right after that I'll schedule a drive and I'll get my license.
Your parents might roll your eyes at me for asking this, but what's your dream car? If you could have one car in the world, money wasn't an issue. Do you have like that dream car that would be the perfect one to have?
Yeah, actually, I do. I do. My dad's a big car guy, and but mine would actually be a Bronco probably or a Jeep. I just like the look of those cars. I mean, sports cars are nice. Um, I do like Teslas and like the sports cars and stuff, but I think a Bronco probably,
Do
or
you
maybe
have a color? Do you have a color in mind that's like your favorite car color for your Bronco?
yeah. I am a basic white girl, white.
So you're gonna be driving in a white Bronco. Just
If yes,
try not to run away from the cops in your white Bronco.
yeah, that
People,
would not be good.
you know, people from the '90s will get that reference really
Yes.
quickly. When you think of things that you said vacation spots that are your favorite, what are some vacation spots that you love?
Probably the Bahamas or Mexico. Those are probably my favorite vacations. We were very blessed, and it was like really good times both times when we went to those places. They were so nice. The water was so clear, and it was just amazing.
Is there a place you haven't been yet that you would like to go on vacation?
Um, Maybe like Italy or France, Paris, but I feel like I'm very adventurous and I like to like go do stuff, like have like an amusement park. But so I feel like those would be pretty, but I feel like I would get bored really quick. That's my only issue. But yeah, I really liked Mexico. We went to a resort there and it was like a lot of like adventure stuff and I feel like I would go there again, but that's not somewhere new. So probably like Paris or something like that.
So Addison needs somewhere to really be engaged. Don't take me to a museum. Don't take me to art exhibits. No,
No.
I need adventure.
Yes,
Maybe
definitely.
drop you in the jungles, and that's plenty of adventure for you right there.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Addison, what we like to do with these player profiles before we end it, we like to give the player the opportunity to take the spotlight off themselves and shine on the people in their lives. So I want to give you the chance to, thank your support system, the people that have always been there for you, and the people that you wouldn't be where you are without.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the Brogan family. Kira Brogan has helped me so much with second base. Besides this year, it's the first time I've played second. So she's helped me a lot in that because she plays second in travel ball. She's helped me so much just in practice. And her dad, Coach Kevin Brogan, they've helped me so much in hitting. They are great. And same with Selena. She's been a great friend. And her dad also has been such a great help with everything. Jaylee is an amazing role model as a junior pitcher. Like I said, I am a pitcher, and I just look up to her a lot because she's an amazing pitcher. And her mom with Susie Snacks. I love her, Susie Snacks. She's an amazing person. My dad and my mom, they're great. They help me so much with softball, and they just are amazing people. My brother's a role model also, and my grandpa, he's been with me since day one, helping me with anything I need.
Before I forget to, we have a running tally with all of our softball interviews, so we have to get your opinion on these two things. Dugout snack. If you could have one dugout snack for the rest of your career, what would you pick?
Yeah, I was watching some of the interviews, and I saw Anna said the crunchy grapes from
Grapes.
Susie's
Yeah.
work, but I think I would maybe go if the watermelon's good, probably watermelon, Susie's watermelon,
I'll
or
tell you,
Rice Krispies.
I had that watermelon after your regional championship. I've never had a watermelon that's better.
No.
Like at first, I was like, some of these Raider players might be a little bit full of it with saying that these fruits are better than any other fruit they've ever tasted. But I'll tell you what, there's something about the watermelon that you guys get that's better than anything else.
Yes. And
Right.
it's kind of superstition with me and the Rice Krispies. When Susie brings them out, I tend to munch on them a little bit, but yeah.
Now, not packaged Rice Krispies, right? The homemade ones
No,
or
the
the
packaged
packaged ones?
one.
The
Susie,
packaged
I
ones.
don't know, something about the ones that Susie brings.
All right. Gotta get Susie hooked up for me. Gotta get me
Definitely.
some dugout snacks. I take snacks very seriously. The last thing we want to get your tally on, your opinion on softball icks. We're running a whole series throughout every softball interview we do. What are some of your softball icks?
Definitely neavage. If you don't know what that is, it's the space between your knee and your pant and your sock. So when there's like a sliver of knee in between that, or just like softball pants, either the belt's too tight or the belt's like too loose and it's just like baggy. No. If it's too baggy or if it's too tight, just no. It's no.
With your Nevage answer, it is taken the tie with
Oh
visors
wow.
over the ears, so we're tied
Oh,
up.
that's bad too. But
So
neavage I think is worse.
So we'll tie up that tally, and we have a couple of more interviews with other teams before the end of state. So we'll see where we're at the end of the season. Addie, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We want to congratulate you on getting a regional championship, getting back to state. We wish you the best of luck these next two games. We hope that you guys are raising a big trophy on Saturday for the whole South Ranch community, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Okay, thank you.